Hello ladies! So in this video I want to talk about affirmations, but more specifically what to do if you're finding that affirmations just aren't working for you. So affirmations are positive statements about who you want to be or what you want to have said in the present tense. So let's say I wanted to become more confident. My affirmation would be, I am confident, or I have the confidence of Beyonce. You know, something, a positive, empowering message that you say out loud to yourself, ideally every day. And what that does, it might seem like a really small thing, but repetition and consistency over time, your brain is going to start to rewire, and whatever you are telling yourself, your brain is going to start adopting that as your new truth. Okay, now affirmations, they don't work overnight. Typically, I don't know anybody who's said, you know, an affirmation and the next day that they're completely changed, that belief has completely changed. So I think the first thing is to understand that if they're not working for you, have you been consistent with them? You know, are you doing them every single day, or have you just done them for a few days and then they just don't seem to work? Now, the other thing though, and this is really, really important, is how does that affirmation feel when you say that statement out loud? Because ultimately, let's say you are, let's go back to the confidence one, right? Let's say you want to become more confident and you're saying, I am the most confident woman in the room, okay? If that is so far removed from where you are at right now that it just doesn't feel remotely possible, that affirmation is always gonna come with a little bit of resistance, okay? You're not gonna feel good when you say that statement because it's so far removed from how you feel right now. Okay, so if this is the case, you want to think of, rather than going from 1 to 100, okay, you want to just think of, what is an affirmation? How can I create this affirmation so it feels more believable to me? So it might be, every day I am getting more and more confident, right? So you're in that energy of progression. So I experienced this actually when I first started saying affirmations. So at the time I was still in a job, I had a lot of debts, my situation was not great, and I just decided to start my business, okay? So I was very, very new to my business, very new to the whole spiritual and personal development world, and I created an affirmation basically about me being this multi-millionaire running this huge online empire. And as I was saying this, it felt like it was just a bit of a pipe dream because it was so far removed from where I was at that moment in time. So I had to create a different affirmation that felt more believable. It felt more within my reach. And that actually, when I said that affirmation, it felt better. And it's important that the affirmations that you say, they feel good. They make you feel good. They make you feel excited. They make you feel hopeful. They make you feel optimistic. If you're saying the affirmation, you're like, that just doesn't feel like it's possible for me, and you've got a lot of resistance, you're actually going to block whatever you're saying in that affirmation. You're going to block that from happening even further. Now, my final point is to pay attention to the language that you're using within your affirmation and ask yourself, are these words that actually resonate with me? You know, do they make sense for me in my life? Are these words that I would naturally use? So another example from my story, I wanted to manifest more money in my life. And at the time, I'd started to do a bit of work on my money mindset, and a word that I kept hearing a lot was abundance. Now the word abundance is something that is a part of my daily vocabulary. I use this word a lot, but at the time, abundance didn't really have much meaning to me. It wasn't really the language that I would ever have chosen to use in my day-to-day life. So I wouldn't be sitting with my friends and saying, oh, I just wish we were all so abundant right now. I wish we were more abundant. I would have been saying, God, it would be amazing if we were all really, really rich, right? Or really, really wealthy. So using that I am abundant affirmation, I realized there was a bit of a disconnect there. So it meant I had to change my language, adopting the words that were more more specific to my everyday life, the language that I was already using. So for me, it was, I am wealthy. I am an incredibly rich entrepreneur. So think about the language that you're using right now for your affirmations. Does it make sense to you? But I'd love to know though, do you use affirmations? If so, are they part of your daily routine? How have you found them? Let me know in the comments below. All right, ladies, well, thank you very much for tuning in, and I will speak with you all again soon. Bye.